What's up, YouTube? My name is Vinny Fraser, also known as Vincentius Music, here with my beautiful fiance,
Becca.
And we are Real Reactions. Blah! What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming to our channel today. Real Reactions here, and today we're getting back into some Colicchie. We just reacted to drug addiction, and I noticed that there is a drug addiction part 2 on my recommended, so I said, hey girl, sit down. We got another reaction. And here we are. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What?
That's how it happened.
Don't forget to like the video in the description that we are reacting to, and don't forget, if you change your perception, you can change your reality. You know, the intro to our videos couldn't be more important on videos like this. So, seriously, if you change your perception, you can change your reality. The first one was really dope, it was really impactful, and it was a super positive message. So, let's see where it goes with part 2. I'm assuming he's just going to continue on and tell us more, like how he got through the struggle and how his sobriety is going and things of that nature. I mean, he could go any way with it. He could talk about a sibling that he's now watching go through it, or he could, I mean, it could go all kinds of ways, dude. He could even go back in time and say how he watched other people struggle.
What are you doing? Stop. Go.
I'm just talking.
I'm just going to guess 100 times what it's possibly going to be about.
Alright. Colicchie, let's get it.
Colicchie. You know, to give a testimony.
We refuse to be anonymous. That's a pretty cool shirt.
Colicchie. You know, to give a testimony. First you must survive the test. I'm feeling like I'm dying from these drugs that I injected. I can go in either arm, left or right, I'm ambidextrous. My soul is desolate, my spirit is defected. I keep making wrong decisions that will never get corrected. I'm doing what I have to, never cared about the wreckage. I keep chasing this high, but I can't ever seem to catch it. I told you my story, now let me go a little deeper. I was dealing with a chemical that's deadlier than ether.
So when he says we were chasing the high, like that's what it is. That first time you use a substance is like supposed to be the best high you'll ever have, right? So then that's why you continue to use, is because you continue to try to chase that best high. You want that again. And when your body becomes like what is the word, acclimated to like having that substance in your body, I don't know if I'm using the right word, then it like it's just never good enough.
Yeah, I like how he's like, I like that, man. How he's like, you have to survive the test first to give a testimony. And then now he's saying like, let me take you a bit deeper.
And he's what is that?
Ambidextrous.
Dude, I suck at English.
I can go on both arms.
That's,
yeah,
like,
that's like a bar. That's like a druggy bar.
Such a bar.
Yeah.
Story. Now let me go a little deeper. I was dealing with a chemical that's deadlier than ether. I never show respect, living on the verge of death, cause this heroin will kill me, smell the murder on its breath. I'm walking on this tightrope as I'm watching every step. Now I'm living on the run, I never sleep, I never rest. I'm having trouble breathing from the pressure on my chest. This anxiety is killing me, suffocating from stress. The residence I'm staying at is filthy, it's a mess, but I can't leave until this bag is gone and there is nothing left. So I'm stuck feeling empty, suicidal thoughts are present. The essence of my
like that right there just painted a picture of how depression gets worse and how the drug addiction gets worse. Like you could be the neatest person or like neat things around, but then go to the point where you don't care where you're at or who you're with or anything like that, as long as you have that drug. Oh my gosh, amazing.
And there is nothing left, so I'm stuck feeling empty. Suicidal thoughts are present. The essence of my depression wants me dead without a question. The shit is in my blood, my whole family suffers.
The essence of my depression wants me dead without a question. Bro, that is like so deep. God.
My depression wants me dead without a question. The shit is in my blood, my whole family suffers. My sister's getting high with me, we're smoking like a muffler. My mother.
So is it nature, is it nurture, is it the environment in which you live, or the blood that you have, right? It's so crazy. He says that the addiction is in us. Like it doesn't matter. Like if you are raised in a family of addicts, you are much higher at risk of becoming an addict. That's so that's talking about his life as well. Like opening that. He's very poetic.
Hell yeah. I like his cadence, man.
Yeah.
It's like pain. What he's cadencing, like. It's
yeah,
like he's
you can hear
like
that.
sometimes he's not saying bars, but he's still punching with that shit. Like it's like he's putting everything he's got into that shit. You can hear it.
The emotion in his voice, the breaking of his voice. Yeah.
Family suffers. My sister's getting high with me, we're smoking like a muffler. My mother's an alcoholic, the addiction is intense. My father left in 84, we haven't seen him since. He chose drugs over us, and yeah, I get it. It's impossible to stop, so now there's crimes that I'm committing. I vomit in the sink every morning, I am broke. The complexion of my skin is gray, looking like a ghost. I guess I'll take his money, him and I were never close. I was supposed to buy crack, but somebody sold me soap. I never pay for nothing as I'm headed towards the door. And you can try to come and catch me as I'm running out the store. All I want is drugs, all I ever need is more. Me and my sister, we pass the needle back and forth. Blood.
Ah.
God, man, we're only a minute 40 in this shit.
I know. Okay, so this one, it like resonates with me. Like this person resonates with me. I think of my brother in so many different songs. But like, he just said that his dad left in 84 and he never came back. My mom was an alcoholic, and I'm sure that when he was growing up. Yeah, but I'm sure when he was growing up, he was like, I'm never going to be like my dad. I'm never going to be like that. Because in the last one,
he
he's
said
like,
it in the last song.
now I have my
said
daughter.
I would never be an addict.
Exactly. Well, he said too that now that he has a daughter, right?
Yeah,
that he would change things. And it's like, my daughter never has to see me high.
Exactly.
And it's just so crazy because all that guilt and all that pressure, when he goes into that depression, that stuff that he thinks about is like how this was my dad and this was the things that he was doing. And
yeah.
It's crazy. You can like feel it.
On his drugs, all I ever need is more. Me and my sister, we pass the needle back and forth. Blood is dripping off my arms, now it's falling to the floors. We manipulate the lighter, watch that flame hit the chore. She's pushing on the stem, I try to wait my turn. Every pair of pants I got is covered in cigarette burns. I'm living a life that's foul, never critically acclaimed. My arms are black and blue, I try to hit another vein. It's gonna take an hour, why? Every vein's collapsed. Should I clean it out with bleach? I don't even have to ask. The answer's no, let it go, it's set in stone. See, I'm married to the needle, never touching methadone. My moves are unpredictable, my actions are erratic, and that spike is in my arm, I'm gonna die using addict. I'm drinking alcohol until I fall appalled, as the room is spinning slowly to the toilet that I crawl. Let's pour another drink, then it's shot after shot after shot after shot. Through this just to draw my thoughts. Everything is blurry, I can never read the manuscript. Everything I'm doing, every decision is cancerous. I would crash, I could never find the landing strip. Ecstasy and mushrooms together, I used to candy flip. That was back when these drugs, they were fun. Now I'm manacled in misery, a monster I become. Heroin's my god, I follow orders that are strict. You see, I'm just...
Oh my god,
he just
bro.
said it used to be fun when I would do certain things, but then I became, like, I got into the worst things. Like, it just shows the progression through the drug stages. You know, you start out smoking weed, and then it's a little bit of mushrooms and acid, and then all of a sudden you're doing heroin and coke and meth and all these other things, and you've completely lost yourself, turning yourself like you're a monster. Nobody recognizes who you are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the way he did that though.
Right?
I used to candy flip. That was back when these drugs, they were fun. Now I'm manacled in misery, a monster I become. Heroin's my god, I follow orders that are strict. You see, I'm just a crew member, it's the captain of the ship. The stem side, pull it off, try and use a damp rag. I'm feeling so alone as I am pouring out these sandbags. I'm pulling on the belt till every vein is visible. Every day I'm overwhelmed, stressed, living miserable. The drug game, I'm always losing like I'm gambling. I see she isn't breathing, so I call another ambulance. We're lost souls, no guidance, no type of management. Every day is death and crime, I can't fucking handle this. I'm blowing out the smoke as I'm peeking past the curtains. Now my house is surrounded, I see their shadows, now I'm nervous, yeah. They're coming to get me, okay, maybe I'm just paranoid. No, everyone be quiet, I want silence, not another noise. Filling the void, I'm truly losing my mind.
Bro, that's how they fucking be sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm like, shut up, bro, I'm trying to watch a movie, you know?
That was never me.
Like, shit, they're outside. I'm like, bro.
Never me. I was the one that was like, you need to calm down. You need to breathe. Where is the person at that you're seeing? What is going on? Gosh, I remember my brother one time running into my room and like hiding, and I go in my closet and there's like all these clothes on him, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, the cops are outside, I was like, oh my gosh, someone where? And they're like, this is a big thing. Alright.
And there's no one there?
Yeah, like there was no one there. I had to like talk him down. I'm like, like you need to take deep breaths. Like nobody's watching. Whoever, you're gonna be okay. Like we just sat in our room and like talked, and you ended up falling asleep. But yeah, the paranoia really gets to you, because of your own thoughts, because it gets so negative and so emotional, and all of your doubts and your cause, like if you have kids and if you have family and all those other things that he's talking about, it just eats you up.
Yeah.
Be quiet, I want silence, not another noise. Filling the void, I'm truly losing my mind. I'm using my license when I'm chopping up these lines. Trying to stay alive is how I really spend my time.
Oh, he says I'm using my license while I chop up these lines.
Mm-hmm. That's a double.
That's a double.
Yeah. Fine. That's what I was like, Cause it's lit, man.
Double tap.
It's lit because he really does. He's not lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He really uses license to cut up his lines, probably, and it's really using up his license. Like he's putting his life on the line every time he cuts up those lines.
The noise, filling the void, I'm truly losing my mind. I'm using my license when I'm chopping up these lines. Trying to stay alive is how I really spend my time. I'm covered in guilt and shame, let me tell you about a friend of mine. She sold her soul, sold her body, she sold everything. She sold her house, car, even sold her wedding ring. She's starting to get sick and she's turning another trick. And she don't wanna live this way, sucking dick for another hit. Look, you think it's funny, put yourself in her shoes and imagine what it's like to have no option to choose. And we're so quick to judge another, but what if this song was about your mother? Do you think you'd understand and still love her? All I do is lie, I never tell the truth. My neighbors see I'm sick, so I tell them I got the flu. I rented out my car, I needed to get high. My dealer has my vehicle, I see him driving by. These track marks, I've had them since I was younger. I'm wearing long sleeves in the middle of the summer. The paramedics took my needle, spoon in both bundles. Why you hitting me with Narcan, interrupting my slumber? I turn into my father, I'm hated, this isn't me. I'm supposed to serve a purpose while I'm living out my dreams. I turn into my father, I'm nauseous, sick to my stomach.
He said I'm turning into my father.
He says I'm nauseous and sick, I'm turning into my father. Because he knew it hurt him, it broke his heart. How many times did you sit out the window and hope that your daddy's going to come home, right? I've been there, I've done that. That's so, you live your whole life talking about how you're never going to be anything like that. It's so crazy.
Can't interrupt in my slumber, I turn into my father. I'm hated, this isn't me. I'm supposed to serve a purpose while I'm living out my dreams. I turn into my father, I'm nauseous, sick to my stomach. Chaotic or narcotics, this isn't the life I wanted. I turn into my father, I'm the devil in the flesh. I never have confidence as I'm settling for less. I turn into my father, and I hate what I become. So now I wanna end my life, I'm in search of a loaded gun. I'm feeling lost and broken, all I ever do is hurt. My mother's in the other room, I'm taking money out her purse. I tried to mask the pain, but it only made it worse. Then I finally hit a point where the drugs would no longer work. I'm killing myself slowly, I just wanna feel some freedom. My thoughts are paralyzing as I'm battling these demons. I used to tell myself that I would be better off, that I stopped listening to the voices that are inside of my head. I wanna change, I need to be a son to my mother, a brother to my sister. Look, I'm tired of the struggle. My obsession has been lifted, but destruction I can crave. But I'm doing what it takes so I don't see an early grave. I thank God I hit a bottom, now he carries me. I didn't want my mother and sister to have to bury me. I've fallen many times, finally got my life together, cause I kept trying, never quit through every failed endeavor. Nowadays these parents, they are burying their kids, or dying younger and younger, they never get a chance to live. I'm trying to show the world hope regardless of what I did, and that is truly why I do this, it gets everything I give. I had multiple years clean twice, but then I lost it. Now my daily maintenance, it is suffocated in caution. I tread softly, no tradition violations. Look, I used to be a loser, now my life's truly amazing. I try to be a service, you can find that in our symbol. I used to be shaky, but now I'm steady like a gimbal. I put my hands together every night to pray, as I'm smoking, drinking coffee, relaxing with Jimmy K. I had to write a sequel, do it for our people. We all have our own issues, but understand that we're equal. There's many days that I wanna give up and use, have my misery refunded, I've done it, it's nothing new. Now I'm staring at my daughter and she's altering my mood. She's the underlying force in everything I ever do. My daughter is my everything and that'll never change. I can't wait until she's old enough and sees what I became. I love my daughter, but she won't keep me clean. See, the drugs are just a symptom, now I'm fighting to be free. I try to separate all my wants and my needs. I'm working on myself, I learned acceptance is the key. Through it all, I try to spread a positive message. I'm dedicated to death with every breath I invested. I'm constantly pushing, I got this fire in my eyes. Listen, all my dead friends is what's giving me my drive. I try to play my part, but could always be doing more. They're calling it a battle, I call it a losing war. We gotta come together, my experience is real. You can identify with what I did, relate to how I feel. No pedestal is needed, I am very far from gifted. We all felt the same pain, but our stories might be different. With any brush, I'll paint a picture of a vivid image, but the message doesn't have a meaning unless I live it. I defy the odds where miracles live in proof. I'm alive to tell my story and I'm sharing it with you. It's God's grace and mercy, the reason I'm still alive. I'm watching friends using it, it's killing me inside. To anyone that's trying to change their life, you're my idol. Life will have its ups and downs, but I'm no longer suicidal. Nowadays these artists, they just glorify the drugs. See, I'm trying to do it differently and glorify the love. And you can judge me, but I'm proud of my accomplishments. My name is Chad Smith and I refuse to be anonymous. I used to dream of living, now I'm living my dreams. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean.
Outside.
I like at the end that
He goes in.
He does, and the part where he says something about his daughter can't keep him clean, right? He has to stay clean. That's part
that
of
was the shit.
That's,
he says she can't keep me clean though, or she can't make me clean though.
Yeah, so but that's part of the thing that he thought about while he was a child was like, why can't my dad be clean for me? Why can't those things be clean for me? And through his drug addiction, he learned that you turn into a monster, you turn into all of these things, and sometimes you lose control, so he had to find himself. So I feel like he's came to this point in this group in his life where he's like, understands why his dad wasn't there. He's like, you know, kind of maybe not as hurt that he wasn't, if that makes sense. I mean, that's just an assumption, but...
I mean, he said I turned into my father 5 times.
Yeah.
So he's definitely aware for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
well, that's
that
part
shit,
of it. That leads to more depression.
I wanted to pause it so bad at that part when he was like... He's like, I love my daughter, but she can't keep me clean though. It's like, bro, that's facts. It's like, I like him because he's raw about what he says, man. Like, he doesn't use too many curse words. It doesn't sound like, ugh, to the ears.
Yeah, he's real.
Yeah, but it's what he says is like, damn, he fucking just said that shit. Like,
and it's motivational too to see somebody like this and be like, I could do something with my life as well. Like, he was at that point. He's at where I'm at right now, and look at him now, you know? So it was inspiration to a lot of people. Like, honestly, I look at this and, like, I'm crying halfway through because, like, every person that has somebody that is addicted to something or that is in and out of prison or different things like that, like, the moment that you see that change in their life and, like, them doing good, like you always knew they could, like, I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's one of those things. If you know, you know, and that's why it could resonate with you so hard. So, and the way he spits it, it's like, you don't have to know the way that I'm talking about in order to feel this song. But yeah, damn, that was dope, man. Colicchie, Drug Addiction Part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to go and like the video in the description, man. This guy deserves some clout, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, hoping there's a part 3 maybe, or comment below your favorite Colicchie songs, and we'll get to it as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Don't want to word it wrong, but like, if you're struggling, keep fighting, I guess.
One day at a time.
Yeah, deep breaths.
You are important and you are loved.
You are. Real reactions, we out of here.